My question was about mudras. You talked a lot about breathing, and I understand the surfing aspect, the letting go into the breath, but do you also, can you share your thoughts about the mudra? Do you, sorry, I'm from Israel, so
yeah.
your point of love was beautiful. Do you also give thought about mudra when you practice? Do you point it towards in, or is it just a technicality? Are
you referring to hand positions or hand gestures?
No, the mudra of the eyes, towards the nose or the third eye.
Dristi.
Yes.
Okay, so Dristi, yes. So this will be interesting for Alex in terms of the way Alex asked his question. Dristi for me has definitely changed over the years. And how many Dristis are there? There's quite a few. The one that's the most important Dristi is the least talked about, which is called Antara, which is the Dristi inside. And so for me, the posture free breathing looking place, the looking place that Patabi Joyce was really wanting us to look from was not from the eye's mind, but to be looking from the heart. And so we receive from the heart and we give from the heart is the looking place. The drishtis can be like the asana, overworked. So I'll look at my nose now. I'm looking at my nose. I'm not looking at my nose this way. I'm looking up at my third eye. Yeah. I'm not looking like that. So what's actually happened is my drishti has softened over the years. If I look to my hand, what I don't want to see is finite. Okay? So if I look to my nose and I actually see the tip of my nose, I'm seeing finite. And if my vision was 100%, I would see that little blemish there. Yeah. And if I then caught on to that little blemish, what's going to be the... Yeah. It's not going to be so good. If I then look like this and I take a little Instagram shot of that when I'm doing my outdoors, I go, oh my God, look at those wrinkles. The drishti's overworked to a finite point attach you to the material and lock you back in on the three-dimensional reality. And so it was actually reading the third book of the Patanjali's Yoga Sutras where I really started to understand drishti more, when Patanjali says, if you focus with samyama on the Nabi chakra, you will understand the structure of the body. And so what's really interesting is, what's the first drishti that we hold in the practice for 5 breaths? The first drishti that we would hold for 5 breaths. I put it back to you.
The heart?
No, navel. Nabi chakra. In the downward dog, we're looking at Nabi chakra. Okay, that's the drishti point. There's navel center, Nabi chakra, navel center. Can you see it? Do you see it? So I don't see my Nabi chakra, but I'm looking towards my Nabi chakra. And I've been doing samyama. I've been looking at my Nabi chakra for over 30 years. So there's a collective revelation that happens. And the sutra says you'll understand the structure or the workings of the body. You start to realize that it's like a portal. You go in through there. When you go in through Nabi Chakra, there's two chakras down to the base, and then another 5 up. When you're in the downward dog, you start to realize your hands and your feet are the foundation. And to get the Nabi Chakra, you're going up through your arms, through your shoulders. They're the gateways into there, and the legs are the gateways into the second chakra. So the arms are the gateways into the fourth chakra to get into this Nabi Chakra. And you start to find that there's a web. It's all connected. And so when I look at my Nabi Chakra, I'm looking but not looking. So that's it again. It's like a paradox. When I look at my nose, I'm not looking at my nose. When I'm looking at my third eye, I'm looking at my third eye. When I'm looking at my third eye. When I'm looking at my hand, I'm not looking at my hand. I'm looking at energy. Yeah? I'm looking at the pranic connection. I'm looking at it as not finite, but infinite. I want to see foreground, background, everything. That's a portal. It's an energy place. So the Dristi is at first structured, yes, nose, third eye, navel, thumb, toes, far to the side. It's like very basic at the beginning, like stepping stones, because it's to give you a position for the head. But if it's done incorrectly, if we're doing Pajvakonasana and we're looking at the hand like this, what's happened here? You lose your throat chakra, your Jalantalamanta. Yeah. So if I'm going into Pajvakonasana, I know that my mula, my udi, and my jala are connected like links in a chain. And so when I go down into Pajvakonasana, I've got my throat, my navel. When I'm exhaling, I'm flexing. Those three connect. And when I go down into Pajvakonasana, as this arm comes up, I've got a connection throat to navel. I'm going to look more to my armpit with my head, and then my eyes are going to go a soft gaze towards the hand. Yeah. If I physically look to that fingertip, I'm then breaking the seal in terms of the relationship of throat to navel to pelvic floor, and I go for the great big stretch and the great big posture, and I lose it to the material world than to the energy world.
And to exercising.
Sorry? Yeah, and still exercising.
And lose to exercising.
Exactly. So what I really have come to realize is that when I was a child, my Dristi was perfect when I was a child. And I got kept back at school for it. After school, doing detentions after school, because I was one of those children that was staring out the window. I was daydreaming. I was a dreamer. I was a daydreamer. I was a dreamer. Even at school, I was a dreamer. And what is it? What is dreaming? What is daydreaming? It's the stepping stone to meditation. Okay, so I'll give you an example. What a daydream is, you look at nothing specific. Although you might be looking out through the window, it's like you're looking into a whole new reality. It's like a portal. And so instead of looking specifically at the screen, I'm going to look at this point here. If I look at that point there, then I see the window over there. I see the window over there. I can see the picture on the wall. I can see all of the flora and all of the things that I've got around me that you can't see, but I can see them. And so a wide gaze stare, I'm doing it now. I'm just looking at the whole screen, seeing all of you at once. Yeah. If I can see all of you at once, then there's no separation. Now what happens is that the wide gaze stare takes you into a daydream. The daydream takes you in further to that which you were daydreaming on. Yeah. And there's lots of revelation. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm a bit of a rebel when it comes to the instructions. So what's being true to Ashtanga Vinyasa Yoga? What's being true to Ashtanga Vinyasa Yoga is use the counted method, but keep on questioning. What's bandha? What's foundation? What's the connection of that energy between the two? Yeah, if we go straight to the physical result, looking here and making sure the posture's that, we're then caught up in the material exercising. It's a fine line, but it's a really good question. Yeah. So yeah, I do the dristis, but the dristis basically are to give a position or a final position of where the head is, but not for the neck to be completely jammed when it's a up dog or a down. You've got to find the comfort zone in between. Wide gaze stare. Thank you.